Hello then, I hope you are doing well. This is a quick guide on how to complete the Warden of Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. I will first show you our loadouts, followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains overloads, barriers, and unstops. There are a couple of void shields with one solar shield. At the time of recording, the surges were arc and void. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on for your Conqueror title. So always double check what the surges are and match your subclasses and weapons to them. Now moving on to loadouts, we had a Warlock running Song of Flame combined with Getaway Artist for creating Arc Souls. The Hunter ran Deadfall for clearing ads along with Orpheus Rigs for extra Orbs of Power. The Titan ran Sentinel Shield for ad control combined with Ursa Furiosa Gauntlets to regain Super Energy and create Orbs of Power. For weapons, we had a Warlock running Wish Ender for barriers along with a Grenade Launcher for ads and an RPG for the bosses. The Titan ran Outbreak for barriers and Sidearm for unstops with an RPG for damage. The Hunter ran a Wish Ender for barriers along with a Hand Cannon for overloads and an RPG for the bosses. Now onto mods starting with a class item. Run any of the mods to help reduce your ability recharge time when using different abilities, or run Powerful Attraction to collect nearby orbs. You could also run the mods Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run mods to help with your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. You could also run Scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. For your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from explosions. Also run a Solar Resist mod because incoming solar damage is increased by 25%. For gauntlets, run any mods that boost your abilities or create Orbs of Power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a Heavy Ammo Finder mod on along some Ashes to Assets to get a superback on grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. When you spawn in, make your way through the pipes, killing some of the Vex goblins along the way. Whenever you kill goblins, they will drop a pool of Vex liquid on the ground that deals damage over time, so avoid them. Once you reach this room, you will have a couple of ads and an overload champ, so stay near the back of the area and clear them out one by one. Up next, you have a train tunnel. There are some minor ads scattered throughout the tunnel, so just use the sides to avoid getting crushed by the train and clear out the ads along the way. When you reach the end of a tunnel, drop down into the hole to reach the section of tunnels. There will be multiple trains, so equip a Sparrow and use either the left or right side tracks to avoid the trains. When you reach the end, try to park the Sparrows away from the ads and explosive barrels to avoid destroying them, as the explosions can kill you. Further up will be more ads, a Hydra and Unstop champ at the back of a room. Using these sidewalls for cover, get rid of all the minor ads and leave a champ for last for an easier kill. Sometimes the Unstop will rush forward, so you may have to kill it first. Once at the top, snipe the ads ahead of you and wait for the trains to go past before running across. There is a platform here that will contain a barrier champ, but you can use the pillars around you for cover to safely dispose of it. Once done, you have two options. You can either equip a Sparrow and drive to the far side, or jump onto the overhead lines either on the right or left side and begin making your way up. Along the way will be some ads which you can either kill or avoid. When you get to the end, there will be an Unstop and a barrier waiting for you. The two are split apart, so focus on the Unstop in front of you first, and then you can use the platform for cover to safely snipe at the barrier. Go ahead into the next area, but do not go too far in, because there will be plenty of ads including snipers at the back and explosive barrels everywhere. Use the sides of a room for cover and focus on getting rid of the barrels first, which should also help clear out some of the ads. Then focus on the snipers at the back. Further up will be a large open room with trains passing through the middle. Where you kill the snipers are some walls and stairs that you can use for cover to help begin thinning out the ads in the next area. Amongst them will be goblins, a Hydra and two barrier champs, one on the left and one on the far right ledge. I suggest use the cover around you to block the view of the champs and focus on the ads in the middle. Getting rid of them first will give you some more room to maneuver, making it easier to get rid of the champs. Focus on them one at a time. At this point, you will have more ad spawns as well as a mini Vex boss that will teleport between the top left and middle sides of a room. You can either stay on the stairs or use the platform in the middle for cover. Killing the boss despawns the rest of the ads after a short time, as well as the trains. In the next room, stay near the front as you will have a Scion and Cabal spawning around you. Getting rid of them will make this room safe for you to use against the remaining ads in the hallway ahead. Among them will be snipers and two unstops, so put some shots into the champs to lure them to you. Separating them away from the rest of the ads makes it a lot easier to dispose of them. From here, make your way through the hallway, destroying the explosive barrels and clearing out the ads one by one. Check the walkways above you for any Scion snipers that may be hiding up there or in the back corners of the room. You are now in a plate area, which is probably the hardest part of a GM. When you arrive, there is going to be a bunch of ads fighting in the middle. Whilst they are distracted, you can actually quickly run through the arena triggering the Vandal mines to get them out of the way, as they can be a nuisance for later on. Once you get most of them destroyed, make your way to the left side from where you entered, as there is quite a bit of cover for you to use here. There are going to be 3 barriers, an overload and an unstop fighting in the middle of the room. I suggest you focus on the unstop first, as it will try to rush you, followed by the overload. The barriers can be left for last, as they generally stay on the opposite side from you. Killing the last of the barriers will spawn in mine A, but before you begin to defuse it, additional adds will spawn around, including a barrier and an unstop. Focus on clearing these adds and the barrier champ first. You have a minute to defuse the mines, and when you step on them the timer is paused, so focus on the champs first and then defuse. The unstop champ will be further in the room, so you may have to shoot it a few times to lure it away for an easier kill. Once you have killed the unstop and defused mine A, mines B and C will appear. If you want, you can split into 2 teams and send an invis hunter onto one of the mines whilst the other 2 defuse the other mine. Or you can travel together in a pack. We decided to go together to one mine, and halfway through send one invis hunter to begin working on mine C. Amongst the plates will also be an overload champ, but if you want you can leave the adds and simply defuse the plates using an invis hunter to despawn the adds. You will still get platinum if they despawn, however try to stun the overload at least once or kill it outright just in case it doesn't count for platinum. When the plates are done, a mini Cabal boss will spawn in along with additional adds. Just use the far sides of the room, either left, middle or right. There is plenty of covers, so put some distance between you and the boss and begin sniping away. You are now in the boss room. When you jump down, you are going to have some walls in front of you that you can use for cover. In the middle will be some adds including 2 barriers, an overload and unstop champ. They will all be fighting each other, so focus on clearing the unstop and overload first, since these 2 will rush you when you begin shooting them. Suspending or freezing are great for keeping one trapped whilst you deal with another. This will leave the barriers alone for easier kills, which you can single out and defeat one at a time. When the last of the adds die, the boss will spawn at the back. Make sure you have saved your supers and heavy for the boss so you can quickly damage it before it begins to scorch the area. And there you have it, that is how you complete the Warden of Nothing Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.